Hi, this is JD Hall with Gideon Knox Group. You might not have heard of us before, but you've definitely heard of our websites. We specialize in alternative Christian and conservative news. And if you're from Montana, you probably know us best for the Montana Daily Gazette, the #1 online news source in all of the state of Montana. Why? Because, as I often say, we are epistemological capitalists. Epistemology is the study of truth or knowledge, and capitalism lies upon the law of supply and demand, that where there's low supply, there's high demand. So we are convinced that in the state of Montana, there's a low supply of truth. Why? Because our newspapers are all owned out of state by out of state conglomerates like Lee Enterprises and Adams Publishing, like at the Bozeman Chronicle, the Great Falls Tribune, the Billings Gazette. That's why you all read and love the Montana Daily Gazette. But we have got some criticism lately about the ads on the website. And I wanted to mention that briefly. I hate them too. Not because they cloud our fine journalistic work and they're sometimes hard to navigate around, but because of where they come from. Google AdSense, Amazon ad partners, and a bunch of big tech media outlets that want to advertise on our website. They have kind of a monopoly over our advertising. And they're the same ones that are trying to shut us down, that shadow ban our content, that keep people from supporting us directly on Facebook, from sharing our articles, even censoring our emails. So how do we get around that? Well, we are here to announce an end to all non-local advertising on the Montana Daily Gazette. We would love to advertise your patriotic business. You know, the businesses owned in Montana that make Montana turn, the farmers, the ranchers, the ag producers, the tourism industry, the outfitters, and even the folks who are digging septic lines to make sure that, business is taken care of. People who aren't afraid to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and who don't kneel for the national anthem. We want to advertise your business, but we also want to tell big tech advertisers to go jump into a creek. There's only one way that we can do that, though, and that is if we are supported by, directly, you, that is also known as we the people. And so we are starting a new patron-only podcast called the Montana Murder Hornet between myself and my friend, the editor of the Montana Daily Gazette and the host for Montana Gazette Radio, Jim White, and we brought him on just for this short segment. Jim, how are you, brother?
Oh, I'm great, JD. Thanks so much for having me on here. It's great to be with you. I just want to follow up on a couple of points that you made. You remember the article that you did a few months back where the other mainstream media outlets wanted to get with Don Pagriba, I believe, and wanted to, I think, take Montana Daily Gazette down. So we've been under attack for quite some time here. No doubt about that. So what you say is true. And I had another listener that I talked to that said, something, Jim, you guys have no competition here when it comes to truth. There's no competition around when it comes to truth, when it comes to Montana Daily Gazette. So all that stuff that you stated is absolutely true. And
Montana, they were begging the Montana Post to take out the Montana Daily Gazette. Like NBC Montana was begging Don Pagriba at the Montana Post to take us out. And his blog is dead now.
It is.
You can't find it. It died because we killed it. Because of, supply side economics. But we're getting rid of ads by viewer request, at least non-local ads. We're only going to advertise local businesses that we support and who support us. But that means we're going to need a little bit of help. So, Jim, if you can throw up the patron page for Gideon Knox, you can find it patreon.com/Gideon Knox. You will see our different patron levels. Listen, everyone is having to do this, even the Huffington Post or the Epoch Times on the left and the right. The big tech monopoly censorship and also the monopoly over advertising is killing online journalism. We're going to work around it just like we have for years. But that means you're going to have to financially support that which you morally support, but we're going to give you free stuff. Think of it as not a handout, but a trade. You love information, the Montana Daily Gazette is going to stay free. Because of your patronage, we're going to take down all those ads. non-local ads that pop up and that bother and annoy you when you're trying to read our articles. But we're also going to give you some stuff for free as our appreciation to you, helping everybody in Montana access the truth. You can join as a scout for only $9.95 a month. You'll get a complimentary subscription to the Insurgency email blast. That's 3 times a month. Actually, no, you're going to get the paid subscription 6 days a week, rather, not 3 times a month, 6 days a week. You're going to get a single email with about 50 news links, not just to us, but to all different sorts of websites: Todd Starnes, Steve Deace, Gateway Pundit, Zero Hedge, The Federalist. You're going to get about 50 different news links, LifeSite News, that are banned on Facebook. So you don't have to scour the internet. All you got to do is pop open your email inbox, look at the links, click on the ones that interest you. We're doing the news research for you. You'll also get a free ebook of a Patriot's Catechism of the United States Constitution, written by yours truly, and you'll get the full archive of Jordan and Jim's new weekly podcast, and this is a new announcement, called Montana Murder Hornet. It's going to be a program that is just for patron supporters. You'll not find it on our radio stations that we are acquiring. You'll not find it online for free. You'll have to become a patron to get that. This is about the big picture, futurism, if you will. How to stop the blue dots in Montana from controlling us the same way the blue dots control conservative Oregon and conservative Washington and even conservative Northern California. We're going to stop that, and we're going to talk about the big picture. We thought about calling this the Activist Hour because we're going to bring people on who are activists who want to find out more, but we thought, heck, I already own the domain Montana Murder Hornet. We're going to stick with that. For $19.95 a month, you'll get also that benefit. Plus, this is special. You're going to get to join us on the podcast because we're going to do it via Zoom. And before we do our podcast each week, you're going to be able to Zoom in with us and join what is called the cheap seats. You're going to be muted most of the time, but we're going to have a segment in which we let you pipe up and share your opinion to all the patrons. What do you think is going on? Because again, at Montana Daily Gazette, we believe in we the people. For $49.95 a month, you'll get our personal contact information to send us news links and to give us your ideas. You'll also be invited to take part in various social events hosted by the Montana Daily Gazette during the legislative sessions, and you'll receive one free ad per month in our Montana Murder Hornet podcast. So if you want to advertise something, whether it's your grandma's birthday, happy birthday, grandma, or, your pawn shop business, whatever, I don't care. We're going to give it a shout out in an advertisement only for $49.95 a month to our other patrons. The Pioneer level.
Hold on, JD. That almost pays for itself right there. That one ad a month there.
Oh, that definitely pays for itself.
I mean, right there. I mean, that because that is that's actually.
If you're not a patron, we're charging you definitely more than that.
Yeah, right on. Please, sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
No, for $99.95 a month, you're going to get all the benefits of the lower tiers, plus 2 books a month sent to you directly in the mail, chosen by yours truly to teach you the Constitution or on conservatism, and then also a book on evangelical Christianity, because Jim and I and everyone at the Montana Daily Gazette believes that the ultimate problem is sin, and the ultimate answer is not in politics, but it's Christ. So
Amen.
You get a Christian book and a conservative book sent to you directly in the mail. We also want to specialize in older books no longer in print that you can no longer buy, but we have found them and we will send them directly to you. For $499.95 a month, you will get all the benefits of the lower tiers, plus free advertising on the Montana Daily Gazette, or your choice of any number of our other websites, and an invitation to our annual Gideon Knox Group's Black Robe Banquet in Billings, Montana, a VIP banquet just for our patrons. And then for $9.95 a month, with this tier, you will receive an all expenses paid. That means you'll get a fuel voucher or an airline ticket to an exclusive buffalo hunt with the Gideon Knox Group. Jim and I are going to be, and the rest of you, going on a real live Montana hunt. You will get to join us in that, sit around the campfire, and talk about what is best for the state of Montana. Those are the benefits that we have. Pick your level. Surely you can support us for only $9.95 a month. If not, the rest of the website will be free to you. But when you're financial, not the Murder Hornet podcast, but the rest of our material on the website will be free for you, minus the Google and Amazon and the obnoxious ads. It's always going to be free because we're zealots who are trying to make an ideological difference in the Big Sky State. But this is how we are asking you to support us in order for us to get rid of the big tech advertisers who are, in one hand, paying us to advertise, but on the other hand, are doing everything possible to stop our truthful content from coming out. So join us on Patreon. Jim, do you want to add anything?
Well, I tell you, I'm actually, I want to join. Are you kidding? Because I'm going anyways. We know the Buffalo Hunt and the exclusive Gideon Knox Black Robe Banquet. That is really some fantastic benefits for people that really want to make a serious commitment to truth and liberty and what we're doing there. JD, I tell you, I don't think I've ever seen an organization put out those kind of rewards for their Patreons. My hat's off to you.
You know, work hard, play hard. And there might just be a few people out there who say, yeah, I'm willing to give $12,000 a year to go hang out with these nut jobs over in Montana. Although I suspect there's a few. But for only $9.95 a month, get access to not just the program that we did this week, the Montana Murder Hornet, but every program that we do. Also, I didn't include this. It's not there yet, but it will be the next time you look. We're going to drop the link to Jim's Northwest Liberty News, the Montana Gazette Radio. We're going to drop those links directly to our patrons in the patron box. Now, you can find it elsewhere, but sometimes people complain and say, I don't know where it is and how to find it on Rumble. If you're a patron, it's going to come directly to you. You can listen to it or watch it directly from the app. That's a pretty awesome benefit on top of everything else. By the way, why is it called the Montana Murder Hornet? Well, if you remember last year, the Murder Hornet thing was just one other attempt to make Americans terrified of the news. Our goal is for us to give you the news in a way that doesn't terrify you, that makes you informed, to not panic, to not catastrophize, to not speak hyperbole, and ultimately to not live in fear. So thank you for supporting financially what it is that you support morally. The number one news source in Montana that happens to be the most conservative news source maybe in America. Thank you for your patronage, and God bless.
Thank you and God bless.